Hey guys, and welcome back. On today's episode on How Dirty Is Your Workbench, we're going to be doing some hot rod power tour upgrades. My son's riding shotgun with me, so I'm going to make him operate the old CB radio, give him some life lessons and some fun while we're cruising along. So I ripped that out of the truck, and I'm going to throw that in the car real quick and make it kind of a semi-temporary permanent-ish solution. Join me. Oh my God. So the unit that I had is a 19 Mini by Cobra. I got this one because, well, it's a Cobra and it's mini, by the name. I was able to fit this in on the Ram pickup. There's a little like mat pocket, little tiny pocket thing, and this just literally slid right in there once I pulled that pocket out. So it was perfect for me. I'm going to take this and this bracket that I found. I have no idea if this goes with it, but I kind of bent it, and we're going to do some things like this, and I'm going to find a bolt hole under the dash, and that's going to live right by his knees. Found me a bolt under the dash, already there, so I could just stick me a nut on the end of that, and what old dad say, that ain't going nowhere. And I guess if he wants to move it up and down, he can, but this is going to be his area with a road atlas, no cell phone, and CB radio. Anyway, we're going to get this little guy wired in, and I'm going to figure out somewhere to put the what is that called, microphone. I'll figure out a way to put that somewhere, probably right there where the duck's at, and he can just live over there. There you go. And yeah, almost done. Well, I just can't stand it. I had originally put this CB radio under the dash, and I don't like looking at it. So as you can see here, it's not in that area anymore. Although I did have to go in here because I don't want to have to mess with it or worry about someone trying to break my window just for that little stupid $80 CB radio. So beware, I'm going to open this. There's no glove box liner, and I got a lot of crap in here. So just be mindful. It's still a work in progress, and I got to finish up in here. So anyway, this is where all my wiring runs through. And if you can see it, I have a little bracket in there. That's where the Terminator lives, mounted. Yep, can't see that. Anyways, it's mounted this way on that bulkhead. And then you got the vintage AC and everything, and well, that's a fuel gauge. I have not been able to get 100% reliable and consistent readings on this Holley EFI, and it does sloshy things, and I'm not a fan of their fuel gauge. I like everything else. I just don't like the fuel gauge. So just in case, I have a mechanical gauge here that the boy can tell me when we're getting low on the fuel. Hey Dad, fuel stop. Conveniently though, on that circuit adds resistance to the circuit that has resistance on this. So when you add both of them at the same time, it's more than what the 90 ohm full would be. So I had to run a little switch over there on the sending unit wire to pick between this one or that one, so I can switch back and forth and get an accurate reading. I don't know. We'll find out. I just didn't want to rely 7,000% on this little guy. Anyway, I digressed. I moved this up here. I figured this would be the best option to keep this out of the way. Everything tucked out of sight. When you're not using it, you can kind of close it. That same bolt that I used earlier, I flipped it upside down, and hey, thanks for joining the party. I flipped it upside down and made a longer bolt go in there, put a nut on the bottom to lock that down, and then I sandwiched this bracket here with 2 nuts, and now your microphone, when you want to use it, can 19 or whatever they say, and when you're done, you can put it back in here. But that's where that's going to go. Up here, I took a little bracket, had some scrap in the scrap bin, and just made a little standoff to get that bracket spaced off of here enough, and attach that with a screw and lock the hell out of it with a lock nut. And it's pretty solid. Ain't going nowhere, as all you dads say, all we dads say. It's on keyed power, so I have to worry about leaving it on when I, do whatever and the radio gets left on because it's a 14-year-old running these controls. I can turn on the auto on, but there you go. And there you go. Everybody says we're on channel 2, so I'm on channel 2. Operates. I haven't found anybody else to test it with, so I guess we'll test it on the tour. But when everything's out of the way, it just barely clears that microphone jack and the gauge. So that's nice. That'll wrap that up. Just couldn't leave it bolted down underneath. I don't know. I can't do it. So for the antenna, I did something really high tech. I got a piece of angle, took the bumper bolt out, put a regular bolt in there, bent this to where it's, I don't know, whatever that angle is. Had me a little bulkhead connector on here. Ran this to a fire stick, a 4-foot guy, 3-foot guy, whatever you tell the girls. And just kind of zip tied this cable out of the way. It runs down and up into the grommet that I have for the airlines. And then it's just, temporarily just snaked in here. Where you go? Right there. Just snaked in here in the back under the console and, makes its way up. Probably not something that's going to live in here forever, but it'll be forever enough mounted that should be teenager proofish. And, that can be his little workstation. You can put the glove box down and have his map and all those things. Because, we're doing maps. We're not doing the JPS. We're going to do road atlas navigating with like printed out MapQuest kind of directions whenever we get the tour routes. And he'll be calling out stops because he's got the gas right there in front of him. And should be a good little navigating spot. Give him some life lessons and things. Maybe we can even convert on some fuel economy and see how badly this thing does on gas. So anyways, that'll wrap up this video for installing the Cobra Mini 19 in the 68 Chevelle for Power Tour. And I know we're getting excited. If you guys are getting excited, please feel free to subscribe and do all the like and comment and things. And follow us for some more content on Power Tour. It's going to be fun. Good father-son thing. So see you next time.